In section 15-2, we need to do two more adjusting entries, adjusting merchandise inventory and adjusting interest receivable. So for merchandise inventory, we need to first determine what was the beginning inventory at the beginning of the fiscal period, and then the ending inventory. So in between there, we could have purchased more. We obviously could have sold inventory. So sometimes we're going to end with more than we started with, and sometimes we're going to end with less than we started with. So this transaction could look different depending on the beginning and ending inventory. So in order to determine that ending amount, you have to do a physical count of the merchandise inventory. So on December 31st, we went through and we counted and determined that we have $102,838 worth of merchandise on hand. You could see here, based on our unadjusted trial balance, that we started with $108,000. So if we started with $108,000, ended with $102,000, we ended with less than we started with. So therefore, we're going to debit income summary because we must have sold some. So we're going to have income. That's how I think of it. So we're going to debit income summary. And then we need to decrease our debit balance for merchandise inventory to bring it up to speed. And so we're going to credit merchandise inventory to decrease that $108,000 down to the accurate amount that it should be. Next, we need to do an adjustment for accrued interest. This is interest that we've earned, but we've not yet received. So interest receivable is the account that we're going to use. So think of accounts receivable. It's money that we're eventually going to receive. Interest receivable is interest that we're eventually going to receive. So we're going to debit interest receivable and credit interest income in this example. So when we give a company, in this instance, 90 more days to pay, we're charging them 9%. So we're giving them 90 more days, and they signed this note on November 1st. So they're November 1st, 90 days from then, December 31st, it is not due yet. So they don't owe us the money because it's not been 90 days. However, we're charging them interest daily. So in order to bring our accounting up to speed, to accurately reflect the amount of money that we've technically earned interest. So how we're going to calculate that is take our total amounts of notes receivable, $6,200. So that's our principal, times our interest, which is 9%, and then times our time. Now, time in this example, it's not 90 days. Instead, it'd be 29 days in November, because November 1st through the 30th, so 29 days in November, 31 days in December, for a total of 60 days. So this example would be 6,200 times 9% times 60 over 360. And that is how we get the $93.